Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Sanjian Tarot. I will be doing a general reading for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The decks I will be using are Fantasy Night, Theater, and the pocket version for clarifying. Now this deck also had a matching altar cloth, so I thought I'd use that along with this deck for this reading. All right, let's begin. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe, I humbly request your assistance in this general reading for the Virgo collective. What messages does the Virgo collective need to know for their greatest good and highest selves? What messages does Virgo need to know? Whether it's brand new messages that they do not know yet and need to know now, or a confirmation of what they already do know. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe, what messages does Virgo need to know? Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo, please. Messages for Virgo. I really can't talk. So what does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Messages for Virgo. For Virgo, please. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Hanged Man. Four of Cups. Ooh, these came out at the same time. The Tower and the Three of Swords. I don't like that. That seems bleak. Eight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ooh, I have two here. The Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. All right, let's leave that there. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Lovers. And Death. All right. Interesting. I think also Pisces also got Death as a bottom of the card. Draw. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. What does Virgo need to know? Does Virgo need to know? Does Virgo need to know? Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo, please. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Virgo? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Oops. Okay. The Magician. Two of Cups. Okay. These are slippery cards, these pocket versions. And Strength. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Empress. Virgo and Five of Pentacles. Virgo, I think you're the Empress here. You wanted something to work out. I want to say it's something, I want to say it's a partner, with the Two of Cups here. Just someone you're really close to. So it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be just a friend that you're really close to, a family member you're really close to. It could be like a BFF type of person. But whatever it is, it seems like something within the relationship caused you to juggle back and forth. I don't know if it was the person, the relationship that you were juggling, along with, I don't know what the second part of it, what were you juggling? Like, what was the second part? Nine of Swords also at the bottom, but what? Oh. Okay, must have been about money. With the Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom. I think you were juggling. You were juggling the relationship and probably financial issues. And with the Magician here, I think you were trying to make it work. With Strength and Magician, I think you were just trying to make it work. You were trying to get finances and this relationship in order. Yeah, something just wasn't balanced here. Like, yeah, here with you as the Empress, it's like this was all on your shoulders, whatever this balancing act that you were doing with money and your relationship. Like this was all on your shoulders. Like that, I think that's why Strength here, because you were bearing it all, the brunt of this juggling. Like you were doing the juggling, you were doing the work, this manifesting of trying to make things work, trying to make the finances work, trying to make the relationships work. Not relationships, I mean, the relationship you're in. I don't know. So it could be business too. Maybe there was something wrong with the business. Like there must have been something between, let's say, the money that the business had and maybe the employees that the business employed. So maybe could have been a juggle with that, between how to balance like the money that the business had and the employees. Maybe there was just an imbalance of like the employees getting paid, or the number of employees the business can keep. Yeah, that's why there's this like Five of Pentacles feeling. Someone was feeling left out. Yeah, and stressed. So yeah, Virgo, I think you had trouble trying to manage and juggle two things at once. I want to say one of them is money, and the other was, I guess, more personable, like meaning involving a person. Yeah, Virgo, I'm not sure what the outcome was in that situation, but I just know that you're juggling, struggling to get both, like money and maybe I want to say a relationship, a partnership, something like that to work. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the Six of Cups here for Virgo? Why is the Six of Cups here? The Hanged Man. Why else is the Six of Cups here? Five of Swords. Death. bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Ooh. Yeah, Virgo. I want to say that somebody you've known for a long time wasn't the person you thought, or changed a whole lot. Like genuinely like flipped around into like just an opposite personality. Like a complete transformation. I don't know if it was from I don't know if it was a good transformation or a bad transformation though, Virgo. It just happened to somebody you know here with the Six of Cups, someone from your past. Seven of Swords. Jeez. Yeah, whoever this person was. And Six of Wands. Did they change for the better, maybe? Must have been a struggle, though, for that person to hold on to that change. So it might have been a change for the better. Yeah, High Priestess here. I want to say someone you knew changed for the better. There seems to be a struggle, though, for that better change. Like, it's like the kind where someone was able to conquer an addiction of some kind or a bad habit, but there's some trouble to like keep that addiction or bad habit at bay, because sometimes there's like, you know, occasional temptations and influences, you know, especially when it's like a bad addiction. Like it could be like a drinking addiction or a gambling addiction, things like that. There's usually temptations surrounding, you know, that they need to deal with every day. I mean, they try to conquer their addiction, but there's still like things around them that they see that could trigger that addiction again. So I want to say that this person, you know, changed for the better, but at the same time, they're having trouble retaining that change. Yeah, they probably feel like left out too with the Four of Cups. Here, they feel like a meh kind of attitude too. Maybe they feel like, oh, I've changed, so what? Kind of deal. Yeah, and sometimes they feel really good. Here with the Six of Wands, they feel good about themselves. They feel good about that change. But with the Two of Pentacles also here at the bottom, it's like it's struggle to retain that change, to retain the improvement. You know, I've read somewhere that, I guess in regards to school, like keeping an A is a lot harder than achieving the A. So it's harder to maintain good grades rather than acquiring them in the first place. So it seems like this is the same situation. This person improved, but they're having trouble and struggling with maintaining the improvement of themselves. Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, I want to say it's somebody from your past that seems to be struggling with a change. It could be a recent change, you know. You know, maybe you've known this person to be like an alcoholic and they turned over a new leaf. The problem was maintaining that new turned leaf. Yeah, Virgo. It seems like it's someone that needs you. Yeah, they probably think they don't need anything here with the Four of Cups, but I think they do, whoever this person is to you. I think this person deeply needs you. Yeah, needs support to stay on top of this maybe addiction or bad habit that they've conquered. Yeah, Virgo, like they need you. I want to say you're the high priestess here. Like you are the person, you are their support person, you know. Guardian angels, ancestor spirits, universe. Why is the Hanged Man here for Virgo? Why is the Hanged Man here? 10 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. And the World. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Ooh, 2 of Wands. Yeah, Virgo. I want to say there's a commitment involved. I want to say it might be something you're committed to. Like here, see, there's something that you've been committed to, like based on this investment you've been working on. I don't know if it's a relationship, or I don't know if it could be a job that you're investing in, a business that you're investing in. Yeah, Virgo, I want to say that this is something that like you've also made a bit of sacrifice for. What would be the, I don't know, you've sacrificed for here with the Hanged Man. Like you've made some sacrifices in this investment to make it work. It looks like it was worth it too, because the World and the 10 of Cups here, it looks like there was a new cycle that successfully started and it reached its 10 of Cups state, Virgo. I don't know if it was a relationship, because there are, it's the 10 of Cups, it's cups, it's emotional. But at the same time, it could be financial, like getting a good, you know, financial ending could be like emotional as well, you know, like it could be a good financial state, you know, the investments finally came through, the self-sacrifice finally paid off, you know, this, because you committed to it with the Hierophant here, you committed to the investment. It looks like it's something you wanted to, like you chose. You chose something very, very specific. Yeah, there's a 6 of Pentacles here at the bottom, so it looks like something like paid out as well. So yeah, whatever it is you invested in, whatever it is you committed yourself to, whatever it is you made sacrifices for, like it I want to say it paid out. It was worth it. Like you got what you wanted, and maybe you got all that you put in. Like you got what you, like you reaped, you successfully reaped what you've sowed, what you've successfully sowed. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the 4 of Cups here for Virgo? Why is the 4 of Cups here? All right, 6 of Wands. The Hierophant. Oh, and the 4 of Cups again. Bottom of the deck, the 2 of Wands. Ooh, Virgo. Yeah, there's something you need to be careful about. 6 of Wands and the Hierophant. Whatever this commitment is with the Hierophant, Um, yeah, I was gonna say, whatever it is you're committing yourself to, you need to be sure that it's not causing you to miss any other opportunities around you, because the Four of Cups are here twice, and Four of Cups can also represent a missed opportunity, like because you're just because you're just you just may be in an apathetic state, or you might be in such a distracted state that you're not seeing something that's right in front of you, and that actually is probably right in front of you right now. Yeah, so you might need to like open your eyes a bit more and see what's in front of you, because it might be passing you by at the moment, and it might be something good, something new, like a new beginning. Yeah, with the Devil here, like something might be blocking your vision too. Ooh, Virgo, yeah. When I say be careful, really shouldn't be giving you any advice, but I think the message here is like, be careful that you're not missing anything else because of how committed you are to something. You could be committed to something that you know would have a positive outcome. Here with the Six of Wands, like, you know something good will happen. However, I think this vision of the good thing coming might be blocking you from another good thing that's already in front of your face, Virgo. Yeah, I know, like, you have a commitment, you maybe like a vow even, something you believe in, like something that's maybe that's been a tradition for you to uphold. Like, I understand why you would want to keep that. It's just that you don't want this to be your only like view. You don't want it to be your only vision. You don't want this commitment, this vow, to be the only thing that you see. Yeah, because there are other things out there. I mean, yes, you've made your choice. You've chosen your path here with the Two of Wands, but there are other things too. Six of Pentacles here. There's like other things that are coming to you, Virgo. All right, the Tower. Guardian angels, ancestor spirits, universe. Why is the Tower here for Virgo? Why is the Tower here? The Emperor. Okay. Seven of Swords and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords. Definitely a shake-up here, and with the Seven of Swords. Virgo, I want to say someone... There's obviously deceit. I don't know if it's from someone. I don't know. It could be from a business or a job too. Yeah, something I think didn't work out the way you wanted, Virgo. You might be clashing with this King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a fight. Five of Wands is also here at the bottom. There is a fight here with someone who is some kind of a leader, high-ranking person, possibly someone who is rich, someone who's got not just got their finances in order, but has finances to keep in order. Yeah, there seems to be a fight going on, and probably about work. So this likely could be job related, Virgo. You're about, with the Six of Swords here, you're thinking about leaving. You're thinking about leaving, like maybe this job or business, because there's something, you get the feeling that something is being withheld from you. And it might be like something this King of Pentacles is withholding from you. Yeah, with this, yeah, there's something. So I want to say in this situation, Virgo, it might be job related and business related, financial related, likely. I want to say it's a job you're a part of, and you are like, you're probably ready to leave it because there's just too much. I think, I want to say there might be some internal fighting within this job. Or, you know, it could be that you know that the job, maybe the company, the business, they might be collapsing. And I want to say that you're not getting the full story here with the Seven of Swords. Like, you don't know if something will happen to the business. You don't know if something will happen maybe to your position in the business or a job. You know, if you're an employee, but you're like a relatively high-ranking employee, but something might, maybe there's still something being withheld from you despite being of a high rank. So yeah, Virgo, yeah, I want to say you know something. I want to say this is job related, and I think you're on point. Like something is wrong and somebody is withholding things from you, and they're probably being in this, oh, is this on this need to know basis, and you're not at that level despite your rank kind of deal. So yeah, I want to say it's, I don't know if it's a business you own, or it's just a job you are in where you are of high rank, Virgos, and just something is being withheld from you, and it's like, you know, pulling teeth trying to get the information you need. Ugh. Yeah, especially when people are just not willing, even though you probably do have a right to know, but for some reason it's just being withheld from you. And maybe that's a sign that you need to leave because nobody's being transparent with you, Virgo. So yeah. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the Three of Swords here for Virgo? Why is the Three of Swords here? Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. And the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, ooh, the Queen of Swords. Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, with the Queen of Swords, and the Devil. Yeah, Virgo, I think someone's going to get hurt, or someone is hurting. I want to say it's this Knight of Cups hurting. I think it's because you are working on something. You are working on your Ace of Wands. Like you're so focused on it too that you you're in this like Queen of Swords state where you don't want to put up with anything else. You don't want to put up with anything distracting you, you know, or like trying to deviate you from like what you're working on, from your Ace of Wands. And I think it's kind of heartbreaking to this Knight of Cups because you're not giving this Knight of Cups any attention anymore. Yeah, with the Devil here, there is, and the Queen of Cups. Oh. Yeah, you're trying to keep your emotions controlled. But with the Devil here, there's some, I want to say there's some negative energy hovering about you regarding the situation. Like regarding you putting all this work on your Ace of Wands. Like it's not a good thing. Like the amount of work you're putting in, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy amount of work. It's like it's too much. It's too much work, and that's why your Knight of Cups probably feels heartbroken, because all this attention is going into the Ace of Wands and not to the Knight of Cups. Yeah, but you've got this determined state here about you, Virgo, with this Queen of Swords state. Like you're just so focused on this Ace of Wands, on, you know, this new passion you have, this new project maybe you're working on. Yeah, I think maybe not just an unhealthy amount of time you're putting into it, you might be putting an unhealthy amount of money into it too, Virgo. Yeah, and it's really worrying, this Knight of Cups here. Whoever this Knight of Cups is to you, I don't know if it's like a romantic partner, it could be a business partner, you know, it could be like a project you're working on within your job that you're putting an abnormal amount of focus on. Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, someone's worried about you, Virgo. Someone's noticed. Yeah, and like I understand you have this passion for, you know, for this like Ace of Wands that you're working on. It's just that the level of attention you're giving it is reaching this, or it is at an unhealthy state. So yeah, Virgo, you may have to like ease up on the work, on the focus, because it's the amount of focus and work you're doing is at an unhealthy point, Virgo. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Virgo? Why is the Eight of Cups here? The Devil. Four of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Wait, sorry, I'm just trying to see if this is a 9. Yeah, that's a 9. 8, 9, yeah, 9 cups. Okay, yeah, the 9 looks kind of funky here on this text. Six of Swords also at the bottom. Yeah, there's a lot of like walking away, moving away energy here, Virgo. I think yeah, there's something you want to walk away from. It looks like you want to take your money too. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that you're trying to leave something behind, this devil energy behind, something that you knew was not good for you. it might be this Page of Pentacles here. Like you knew this person was not good for you, like despite all this gifts that they've been presenting to you. And I want to say maybe that's all they've been giving you. Like gifts, money, like no real emotion probably, like nothing. Yeah, Nine of Swords here also. Yeah. Like whatever situation you were in, probably with this Page of Pentacles, like it was stressing you out. It was just giving you anxiety. And there's also the Ten of Pentacles here. I don't think you were reaching that Ten of Pentacles with this Page of Pentacles. I want to say that in order to get this Ten of Pentacles, you need to walk away. You need to move away, likely from this Page of Pentacles. Like this isn't good for you. Being with the Page of Pentacles, Virgo, I think you know isn't good for you, and I have a feeling you're going to up and leave. You're going to take your money with you, your possessions, here with the Four of Pentacles, and you're just going to leave. Yeah, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, and with the Nine of Cups here, you're going to start your own thing. You're going to fulfill your own wish. You know, you're going to have your own way, and yeah, just leaving this devil energy behind, Virgo. Yeah, so I do see you walking away from this Page of Pentacles because it's likely this Page of Pentacles was also immature about money and finances, maybe in a immature, and I also probably like in a negative way. Of course, immaturity can be seen as negative, but I mean, I want to say there was something about them that maybe kept them immature about finances and possessions. I don't know what it is, what this devil energy is that's affecting this Page of Pentacles, but I just know it just seems to be negative, and it has to do with the way they're handling their finances, Virgo, and you will be walking away from this person because I want to say you know better. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Virgo? Oops, yeah, well, okay. The Chariot. Eight of Swords. The Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Oh. Sorry, just looking at this Queen of Pentacles cards. It looks like she's holding a little rabbit in her lap. Aww. Sorry. Okay. Virgo, yeah. You want out of this trapped state. Like with the Chariot here, you're trying to escape being trapped, being bound. Yeah, you know it's not good for you. I want to say it's not good for you emotionally here with the Page of Cups. Like being trapped, I think is just like I think you're emotionally trapped. Like you're emotionally, like I want to say you're trapped in this emotional immaturity state. And I like you're trying to get yourself out of it, I want to say. Ten of Wands. Knight of Wands. Who is this? Yeah, this Knight of Wands might be holding you back too, or has been holding you back. Yeah, Virgo, because you have, there's something you want to do, or maybe something you want to be. And I want to say you want to be this Queen of Pentacles. You want to be like in charge of your 3D world. Like you want to manage it better. And the only way to manage that world better is if you're emotionally mature about it, and you want to get out of that emotional immature state here with the Page of Cups, because that's the only way to, go after this Ace of Wands, go after what you want. And what you want is to be in the Queen of Pentacles state. You want to have your finances like in order. You want to have your possessions in order, your materials in order. Maybe you're having trouble with managing your time as well, and you want to be better about it. Yeah, there's no way you can be better about it if you're emotionally immature about it. Yeah, so there's something within you that I want to say clicked, and you'll be escaping this emotional immaturity. That's like, I want to say it's like something is keeping you trapped in emotional maturity, and you want out. Virgo, yeah. It could be, yeah, I want to say it could be this Knight of Wands trapping you in this emotional maturity state, probably like just bringing out like the worst in you emotionally. And like you can't always be that way. Like if you are, you'll be in this Ten of Wands state, and you can't, yeah, you can't be that way. So, I want to say you have a very specific goal of being a very specific person. Maybe this is the person you've always wanted to be, and you know that you need to emotionally grow up. Virgo. All right. So there's two here, the Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe, why is the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands here for Virgo? Why is the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands here? Page of Wands. Okay. Ooh, Four of Wands. And the Six of Cups. Ooh. Bottom of the deck, the Moon. Yeah, Virgo, there's here, I'm getting again, there's something you've wanted. Yeah, for a very long time. You've wanted ever since childhood. Like you've wanted a good end life, end game life, I want to say, with the Four of Wands here. Like this was something you've wanted for a while, from ever since you were maybe much younger child. I want to say maybe since you were, I want to say, single digit age. Yeah, you're likely pursuing it, or you will be pursuing this, like this state, this King of Cups state, having like a good emotional like stability, being, your own like person. Like you want to be a good person in the end. Yeah, it's something you've wanted. It's maybe with the Eight of Wands here, I want to say it could be a reminder. Like you received a reminder of what you want. Maybe you were looking through some old items, old pictures, and it hit you nostalgically, and you were reminded of what you wanted when you were a kid. Yeah, with the moon here, it was something you may have forgotten. I don't think you were afraid of it. I just think it was just buried deep within you that you may have forgotten it. Yeah, it's like it was blocked from your memory, maybe, with the Two of Swords here. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this must have been a long time coming too. Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, I want to say there's just something you want to work on now. Like, I think now that maybe you have like the time and the money, you know, something you've always wanted to do in the past, like what you've wanted in the end, like what you wanted to be in the end, what you wanted to achieve in the end. You're going to do it, or you're already doing it right now. You're on your way of achieving it. Here with the Page of Wands here, like it's something, and Six of Cups, it's something you've wanted for a while. It's not really new though, but it might seem new because it's been buried for so long and untouched for so long that it could be new. So it could be like more like a renewal of an old passion, a renewal of an old desire that you've had when you were a child. So it seems like you'll be pursuing that right now. You're probably doing it right now, or you're pursuing it like really, really soon, Virgo. Aww. That's so neat. You're pursuing like the old childhood dream you had of maybe doing something or getting something, you know. You dreamed of like maybe owning a specific car, or you dreamed of acquiring a specific skill, you know, something like that. Something like that. All right. So let's see what these two bottom of the deck cards have, what messages are here for you, Virgo, regarding these cards. As I said before, I read for Pisces earlier, and they got the same death card at the bottom of the deck. Ah! God damn it. Okay, this also happened as well when I read for Pisces. Guardian angels, ancestor spirits, universe. Why is the Lovers here for Virgo? Why is the Lovers here? Ten of Swords. Aww. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck. Page of Swords. Emperor is also at the bottom. Page of Swords, Magician, Emperor at the bottom. Yeah, Virgo, I want to say you found out something. I say that's pretty foul. Yeah, you found out. High Priestess was there also at the bottom. Virgo, someone was being manipulative or is being manipulative. They've stabbed you in the back repeatedly. I want to say that whatever they've given you here with the Page of Pentacles, like I want to say these were like false gifts, maybe insincere gifts. Yeah, someone was leading you to think that you were happy, that you were emotionally content. But someone was just being manipulative. With the Emperor, oh God, I'm getting like, I want to say narcissistic vibes here. Virgo, but I think you know better. Yeah. With Page of Swords and the High Priestess, yeah, you found out eventually what kind of person that kind of person really is. I just find it kind of disturbing that they had to go so far as to like repeatedly stab you in the back here with the Ten of Swords. That's just not right. Yeah, I want to say that they were being kind of insincere with their gifts to you, Virgo. Yeah, with the Magician and Emperor, I'm getting this like manipulative, like, and narcissistic attitude. Yeah, with two cups and lovers here. Yeah, I want to say it's like a romantic relationship here. That you were involved romantically with this person, with this, and I guess they were really good too. They were really good at the manipulation. They were really good at manipulating your emotions, maybe your mind too. But it looks like you will find out, or you have already found out here. With the Page of Swords, you've done some investigating, maybe you've done some spying on them, and with that you found the truth. Here with the here with the High Priestess, you found the truth. It's like you knew that you needed to do this spying and investigating on this person, and like you were right. That you needed to do this, you needed to do the spying, and you found out what that person really was. This was just like a manipulative person. I mean, it could be money related. Maybe this person wanted to cover up that they probably didn't have money. I mean, so what? What does that matter? It's just, I guess it mattered to that person. To your person. Maybe that person was trying to manipulate money out of you, Virgo, and that you're happy for doing that, for giving them money, giving them your money, your hard-earned money, Virgo. Guardian angels, ancestors, spirits, universe, why is death here? For Virgo, why is death here? The sun? Okay. Judgment? Oh my. Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Virgo, it's time to leave this trapped state that you're in. Or a stalemate that you're in. I think it's time. Like with Judgment here and the Sun and Death. I want to say it's time to leave whatever stalemate you're in. Like it's time to make that very specific decision that you've likely been holding off for quite some time. And it's time to make that decision. Like, you know what it is. Like, not only is it time, you also know that this decision that you've been holding off will be a transformation for you. It might be scary, which is probably why you've been holding off on making the decision, that would lead to a transition. I think just the act of the transition scares you, which is why you've been holding off on moving forward. Six of Pentacles and Four of Swords. Yeah. I really don't see what's so... I don't see what's scary about the transition either. I mean, like, you'll end up fine. I want to say with Six of Pentacles here, there's like an equal give and take that you'll be experiencing. And with the Four of Swords here, it's like you'll be able to relax. The Empress, ooh. Maybe like this is who you'll be in the end after the transformation has completed. Yeah, maybe this is what you wanted to be. Like that's who you wanted to be in the end. I think the transformation itself, the transition itself is what scares you, or yeah, frightened you. But yeah, like with the Sun here and Judgment here, there's really nothing to be afraid of. There's no reason to be afraid of the transition itself, Virgo, when you know it's going to lead to something good in the end. I think the transition requires some hard work or maybe money that you think you might need later on. Yeah, whatever it is about the transition, it's likely not as scary as you think it is. Like whatever work it might require of you, or whatever the money it might require of you. Maybe like you don't have the money now, and that might require you to take out a loan, and you're scared of taking out a loan because you're afraid you might not be able to pay off the loan. So it might be that. However, I want to say, like, go forward with it here with Judgment here and the Sun here. Go forward with this transition. Try not to think of the transition itself, and I guess think more of the goal that the transition will lead you to in the end, because that's what you want, right? You want this goal of maybe being the Empress, being your own, like being your own person, like, you know, being, yeah, all I could say is being the Empress. Yeah, so, yeah, anyway, Virgo, that's the end of your reading, and thank you for staying until the end. Since this is a general reading, there's a good chance that some of the messages you've heard will not resonate with you, so please keep that in mind. See you in the next reading.